realize that sometimes you put others before yourself.
Me, dude. It wasn't me.
It was
wasn't
real.
me. It was not me.
It was,
I
yo,
was there
listen,
to help,
come on.
but it wasn't me. It wasn't me,
Come
dude.
out.
I didn't
All
have
right,
the
so I'm
vision.
gonna
I
be
didn't have the vision. All I did was take. You gave me the mold, and I took it and ran with that mold.
Listen, man, listen. What you and Trey did for SR, bro, like a lot of people don't realize this. Like if you go back into like the first upload, which was the sniping Taj.
I'll tell you though, the best thing I've seen you do with that team is put Gat in the position you put him in.
Yeah, yo.
I'm not lying, dude.
Yo,
Gat knows his stuff, and he's a real one. Because of that one video call.
Yeah, and you know that one video call will always forever be remembered because, for one, that was the day we lost you or knew that we were about to lose you. But it was more memorable because the integrity you have, right?
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Underrated Podcast, where we have a very special guest today. The man that bet on me when no one would.
Yo.
What's good, Slime? Welcome, the owner, the founder, the creator of Severe Rebellion, the most underrated team in the community. Welcome in, brother. How are you?
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm doing fine, man. I'm glad to be here to start it off. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a good day, man. It's a great day.
It is a good day. So what's going on with Severe, bro? I mean, obviously I was in it. I helped kind of kickstart it off, and then some things changed. How, you know, we had to go separate ways, but it was all love, no hate whatsoever. Severe is always a home to me. Always will be. No matter how big I get in life or what, it will always have a place. But so tell us what's going on over there, man. Tell us what's going on. I know y'all got some stuff cooking up.
Yeah, well, honestly, you know, like you said, you know, you've been here from the start, man. So, you know, big shout out to you for that, man. You always stood tall. You always stood on business. But you know, we've been through our ups and downs, right? You know, what goes up must come down, and we took some L's, but we took them on the chin, and we've been progressing ever since. You know, we sat back, we did our homework, we looked back on, you know, our actions as well, not just everybody else's, and you know, this calm is rough, man. This calm is rough, man. It's rough.
The biggest thing I've noticed with this community is everybody has the dream to make it. Right. Everybody has that dream to make it, including myself. And the chances of us all making it is almost impossible, you know. But the thing is, if you do this...
There's so many of us.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, it's like it's saturated.
If you do this for the right reasons, it doesn't matter the following, man. It doesn't. And
it doesn't.
I've always been the kind of guy, you know, whether I was streaming or making videos or whatever, like if I get one viewer or I get 100, I'm entertaining those people that are there. Bottom line.
Absolutely. And you know what people fail to realize is, right, nowadays, you know, the calm has changed so much, right? You know, but back in the days when I started this shit, you know, back when I started this, you know, it was like odd 4 days, World at War, and the content we post out, we would chase views, likes, subscribers, and it's like through all these years, I start to realize that it's not just about the viewers, right? It's not just about the views, because you can have 1,000 views, 900 of those are bots, right? Just because of the algorithm, and you only really reaching about 100 viewers, and it's like, not to discredit your viewers, but like a lot of those viewers aren't gonna help move you up, right? They're just here to support you. So it's not about the quantity of the viewers I look at. It's more of the quality of the viewers, right? Like I want the viewer that's gonna actually sit there and watch the full 20-minute video. He's not just gonna watch 5, right?
Right.
I want to get to the viewer that has his own thing going on and is taking notes.
That's right.
Right? Because now it's gonna reflect in his actions, right? Like, I don't care if I get 20K views.
I agree with that.
I'd rather get 10 viewers and let it be Face Scope, Banks, and Benny Above and them. And I'm good. I'm glad with that. I got the top dogs actually watching me
Right.
and see me trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
one big thing that I learned too, while in Severe and while editing my own content, and people always in my ear, you were one of them, is quality over quantity. Because you may have 100 people view that video, but how many of them actually enjoyed the video? And quality goes a long way, man. Quality goes a long way. It goes.
Yeah, for real.
And that was something that we as a team back then, when we were first getting our ground, was having a hard time doing, because as everybody in the community knows, editors are really hard to get on board with you. It's a constant battle.
The numbers, bro. Like, you can have 5 followers, bro, and it's hard to get an editor that's going to take you serious, right?
Exactly.
Like, this guy uses Adobe After Effects.
It's not even their fault. It's like when they look at you, they're like, "Who are you?" But if Scope hit them up, it's a different story. It's like, well, who is this guy? So yeah, I get it. So
that's right.
What I need to know, and I've been dying to ask this question for a very long time: where did Severe Rebellion come from?
Ooh. Not too many people know this, right? And like, this is something that a lot of our members know only, because it's not something to brag about, right? But Severe Rebellion came from a long time ago. Had a team, right? And we were called Severe Snipe. Just like SR. We didn't have any known players, people that was double rostering from known teams. We didn't have any of that, right? So, we were Severe Sniping, and we spelled it capital S, lowercase e, lowercase v, capital R. That's it, right? We try to be different. And this was back in like 2012, 13, bro. And long story short, me and the owners, I was probably bro, 2012, bro, I was 16, right? So, owners of an organization at 16, or a team at 16 with another like 16, 15-year-old, it's not going to go too far, right? So we fell out. The other owner took down all the pages, deleted everything off of social media. You can still find some of our stuff on YouTube if you type in our name, but it's probably like from editors that did some of our projects on their personal pages and stuff like that, right? And to fast forward all this time, there was a team we had joined, and I think it was the team that I brought you into, Storm.
Storm, yeah. Remember
And shout out to Millie and Lost, by the way. You guys are dope as fuck. But we started Storm. Things happened and went down, and I figured, you know what? I have the passion and drive for this thing, bro. I know what it takes, or at least I feel like I know what it takes, right? And I'm confident that I can be the right leader. So I'm gonna bring back my old team and start it from scratch, new logo, new name, but I would never hide the concept of where it came from.
That's fine. That's a good thing, bro. Open book. I remember the Discord calls when all that shit happened with Storm being in it, and Slime. You would be like, "I'm going this way. If y'all boys want to tag along, let's go." And I think honestly, after it came down to it, there was 3 people that stayed with you from that old team. If I remember, I think it was me, Trait, Say, and Monks and Kabuto came along for a little bit.
Yeah.
But when it came down to it, it was really me, Say, and Trait that stayed all the way until Severe got its footing. And then once we started getting notices, other people were getting bigger team offers and stuff like that. So everything kind of changed. But yeah, I remember those Discord calls, all that shit. And Trait said something in that Discord call that stuck with me to this day, dude. You got to him. You were the only lead in that chat. And you asked Trait what his thoughts on it. And he goes, different team, same family.
And that's what it's about.
And that's all it
Like,
was. We literally took everybody from that team because of the stuff that was happening out of our control and moved them to a different title. That was it. That's all that changed.
Can't give up, bro. Can't give up. Like if we have a vision, bro, like that's the goal, bro.
Yeah.
Like no matter where we are.
Well, y'all come a long ways, dude. Y'all come a long ways over there. And you know,
it's you, man.
It wasn't me, dude. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was not me. I was there to help, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I didn't have the vision. I didn't have the vision. All I did was take. You gave me the mold, and I took it and ran with that mold.
Listen, man. Listen. What you and Trey did for SR, bro, like a lot of people don't realize this. Like if you go back into like the first upload, which was the sniping Taj.
That's true.
That was you, Trey, and Say. And shout out to Z and Art for they're helping as well.
And Kabuto.
But like
Kabuto,
but like the main majority clips came from you two guys.
It was Trey. The Trey had the clips, bro. Trey, well, let's be honest. Trey's a different animal.
Yo, bro, it sparked so fast, and I remember us sitting there like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, things are getting real now.
Yeah, oh shit, like for real.
So going back, I want to go back just a little bit before we stray too far off this topic. Back to the Storm days, bro. I remember this. I had hit a few clips on the Modern Warfare 3 beta because a few people didn't know this about me, but that's really where my journey as a sniper started, was the beta of this game, dude. No one believes me, or if they do, they just kind of brush it off like this dude's capping, but I'm telling you, that's where it started, and you can vouch because I got on Twitter. Yeah. Trey told me, you need to start posting on Twitter, dude. You're starting to hit clips.
You had like 3 followers.
I had 3. No, I had 5.
You had like 5 followers.
I had 5 followers, and Trey and some of my other IRL buddies were like, hey, you need to start uploading some of these clips. I did, and then with like 15 minutes of me uploading, I'm looking at all this. I'm like, holy shit. And then the very next day, you were in my DMs. So, and back then, I wasn't hitting clips like I hit now. I've never told no one this. I'm giving you an inside scoop of this, bro. I've never told no one this. Trey don't know this. No one knows this but me, but I'm going to spill the beans. Back in those days, I was calling myself the quad feed king. Because no matter what happened, I couldn't get past the quad feed. I could not get past it, dude. I could not get past it.
Can't get past the quad.
I couldn't, dude. And in my head, I'm like figuring out ways I can spin this to where I can actually promote myself still. And I'm like, I'll just be called the quad feed king. I'll just stop it at that. I don't need a 5-on. And then all of a sudden, I started hitting 5-ons and stuff. But what did you see in Johnny? What did you see in me?
And in all honesty, right? It was more like, okay, like, yeah, I seen it. The quad feeds, I seen it. A lot of people get lost into standards, right?
Yeah.
But like with anything in life, whether it comes from with a child, a pet animal, a skill in life, everything takes time to progress, right? I seen the starting foundation for possibly the next big thing. Because for one, people around our age still doing this, it only means that they have the passion, right?
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Like, we go to work, we have families, right? We have, younger siblings, older siblings, parents, grandparents, etc. We have lives, like, where we have to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and do what we have to do.
Right.
So when I seen, like, I heard it in the voice, like, you sounded mature, like, some of the clips, like, the reactions, I'm like, okay, like, I can help him help me while we're helping each other.
Right.
Right? Like, that's the goal. Like, that's what I seen, like, real shit. I didn't see, like, too much, like, oh, this guy's gonna be the next face scope. Like, no, but I did have faith in you to become something, right?
Well, I remember this going back. And this is probably still my best clip I've hit on this game. It was a 5-on, and back then it was a 10-second feed, so it worked in my favor.
Yeah.
I hit this. And I didn't even realize I hit it till afterwards. It was my first time in the Discord. It was me, Panda, Trait, and a few other guys from Storm back in then. We were all sniping, whatever, and I had just gotten in there. And dude, all of a sudden I just started going off, and I looked down, and it was my name was the only one on the kill feed. And then Trait goes, I finally got dragged into the Discord call, and Trait goes, "Good shit, Johnny." And I just played it off like, "Yeah, bro, it was good." I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
In the background, you're doing a little dance.
I'm over here fist pumping and shit. I threw my controller away, like, I'm framing that bitch. But no, like it was different back then, man. It was different. And one thing that can never be replaced from that time in Storm is the foundation it created with Severe. And no matter what happens, I don't even know what's happening with Storm anymore. Don't know nothing about it. But what I do know is that created the foundation for Severe.
And I will never take that for granted. Like, those that know me, that's in my DMs, that's in my chats, like that's in our cord, that's in my games, like those who know that's not part of Severe Rebellion still know that, like, we're family regardless, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
Our foundation will never be broken, bro.
That's right.
No matter what it is. Like, so, I can't take that from a lot of you guys. Like, you guys took the time and effort to actually wake up, build with each other, and take the little bit of guidance that I can toss at you guys at that moment, because we were still all lost.
Yeah.
So the little bit of guidance that I tossed at you guys molded into what we have now, man. And it wouldn't be this if it wasn't for you guys, bro. Like, I say this to my guys every day. I say this to you, off the record all the time. Like, I opened the doors, you guys built it.
We did our part, man, but you gotta give yourself a lot of credit there. I tell you though, the best thing I've seen you do with that team is put Gat in the position you put him in.
Yeah,
I'm not lying, dude. Gat knows his stuff, and he's a real one. Gat's a real one, bro.
I called Gat 2-3 in the morning crying. Done it before. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this shit is getting stressful. Like, what are we doing? And he's like, you better not.
Yeah.
Like, you better not. Like, you know who you are.
Yeah.
Gat always, that's my brother for life.
Gat was always there, dude. And what was weird is me being the at this time, I believe Trade had already left when Gat came in.
Yeah.
But when Gat came in, I just saw him go from this guy in the team to all of a sudden you looking up, and I'm like, and the thing was, I looked down and I'm like, I can't even argue with the choices you made, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, Gat's the guy for it. You look at, for one, the following and the reach he has within the community. And you can talk to a lot of people, and no one can talk bad about Gat.
I was just about to say that, bro. Like, listen, he like a lot of you guys believed in us when nobody did. Like, we opened up in December, Gat joined. We opened up mid-December, Gat joined ending of December, early January.
Yeah.
Like, from a team that had thousands of followers, right?
Right.
Like, man, it's just amazing, man. For real, he's an amazing man, bro.
He really is. Gat's a living legend, dude. Gat's a living legend. If you don't know who he is,
you're gonna watch this, bro. Like, we love you, dude.
Don't blush too much, Gat. Don't blush too much, bro.
Yeah, don't blush too much, man.
Oh man, there's just so much more I could talk about it. But what I want to know, man. Okay, this is a two-part question. It's a two-part. I'm gonna ask the first one first. I'm gonna let you answer and we'll go on. But what I want to know is why, in your mind, why do you think SR is the most underrated team? And I'm gonna tell you why as well. I'm gonna answer it after you answer.
Okay. So to be honest, the only reason, and like not the only, but the main reason why I have so much faith in SR, and I believe and think and believe and think that we are the most underrated team, or underrated small team, because there are a lot of underrated teams out there as well that are in different lanes and that are way past us because of the work they put in. So no discredit to anybody, but like I really believe it's because of our foundation.
I can agree with
like, Like I feel like without that, a lot of teams don't last. Like I don't care how big you are, teams end and come back all the time. It happened to the Soars, the Dares, the Phases. It happens. It happens, right? And that's because somewhere down the line, their foundation got a crack in it.
Right.
So I think our foundation is the most solid as a smaller team, as an up-and-coming team. I think we have the foundation and the drive.
I can agree.
Beyond skill and content and views and subscribers, like foundation is, that's why.
For me to answer that question, and I've talked to you about this when I was the lead over there. I told you before, I'm like, Slime, we're moving too fast. We're extending ourselves too thin. We're moving too fast. And you listened, you took my advice, and you turned it into what you needed to. But y'all haven't overextended, and I've seen a lot of teams do that where they'll have one person overseeing a Fortnite team, a sniping roster, and then a competition team. And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. This is and the reason I said what I said to you was because of something that you and Trait said to me when I was put into the co-lead position. I said it's quality over content. You can have 7 rosters of anybody you want, but if they're all if they're all not doing nothing, it's pointless. And that was something that we were able to create with the sniping roster and the trickshotting rosters. You know, with you got McClizzy, that dude's a dog. I seen Say go from a feeder to a trick shotter.
Shout out to SR McClizzy though.
The SR McClizzy was built different, dude.
SR McClizzy.
And I'm not gonna lie to you on this. And if he watches this, I'm gonna be honest. Me and him butted heads a little bit. He was trick shot lead. I was, and there were some things. I'm not gonna mention what was going on.
Brothers roughed up with each other.
But hey, I stood my ground. He stood his. But we moved past it. And that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's all I came. But
McClizzy, man.
I seen Say go from just a longbow feeder back, and he was just a player. I couldn't get him off the longbow by trying to get some diversity to hitting trick shots, man.
Hitting bills, bangers,
that was something yeah, I agree. That to me is why y'all are the most underrated, because y'all are focusing on what made y'all. And y'all are making the quality of those people count. And I've seen people within that team. Best example is Penguin, dude. This kid is built freaking different, dude.
Yeah.
Penguin is different, right, dude. Penguin is different. Real. He's just a young kid. Or he's not even really a kid, but he is to us. You know what I mean?
Yo, man. Like, that young man right there, bro. One thing I can say is I don't want to call him a kid, right? Like, I know you didn't mean that. Like, yeah, but I know what you meant. But, like, the reason why we correct ourselves when it comes to him is because the way he carries himself, bro.
He doesn't carry himself like his age.
Ever since day one, listen, Penguin goes back to a team that I used to own before SR, bro. Like, he was part of an organization that I had parts in. You know what I'm saying? I separated myself because the foundation wasn't molding the way I needed it to mold, and my voice wasn't enough to change it. So I figured I'd step away, right?
Right.
So he came from there and blossomed into this animal. He's a demon, bro. He's the most underrated youngest player, I think, in the community, bro. And I will not believe anybody else.
It's hard for me to disagree with you, bro. I mean, I look at his videos that he puts out, the shots he's hitting, and then you look at the views, and I'm like, man, I wish I could just get your views up there, man. I'm helping you, but yeah, Penguin's different. But back to what I'm saying though, that to me is why Severe is the most underrated team. Y'all focused on y'all's roster, your 2 rosters, your sniping roster and your trick shot roster. Everything else will come into place. This is our bread and money. This is what we're going to make gold, and then we'll work on getting everything else going. And so far, it's paid off. Because you got Orb. Orb is a beast, bro.
Yo.
Fucking Orb is built different, dude.
That's you, bro. That's you, bro. I'm telling you. And, like, I don't want to, like, say, like, but, like, you had that vision. You see what, like, when you asked me, what did you see in me? Like, what did I see in you? Like, that's what you see. What I'm saying, like you see how you played that
I've
role.
never been
like,
the kind of guy to brag on myself because I've always been like, what I do will speak for me. But I made Orb co-lead, and that was the best decision I made as lead.
Yes.
Period. Paragraph.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna say I knew my time was coming to an end at SR then, but I could feel that with the way stuff was going with my content, that my career path was going to change, and it did eventually. But I was able to get Orb into place and kind of
for the better.
Yeah, and for the better. I would have to agree.
Yeah.
But I was able to help Orb get to lead position, and that was a great decision, dude. Yes, he has an eye for talent. Me and him made some great decisions. We did some great things there, and I mean, Orb's my boy. Orb's my boy.
Orb is man. Orb, you know it, man. Y'all all get shout out, bro.
Not only that, I want everybody that watches this to thank him for his service to this country, because what that man does on the game, he backs it up with what he does in life, because he's a veteran.
Real life, bro.
So
he does.
I've told you this many times, Orb, but I appreciate you for your service. I'm a big supporter of veterans and people serving in the armed forces. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, Orb. Dope as fuck, brother. So go hit a no scope for me.
Yeah, there we go. So, all right, part 2 of this question, and I want to know where SR's headed. I want to know the vision, because like I see y'all stuff in tweets, I see y'all's previews. I want to know the vision of SR, and I'm sure everybody else does. Because like I said, there's people that's got y'all's eyes on you, dude. There's people that's got their eyes on y'all. What's the vision?
Well, that's so our vision, like where we're heading, where we want ourselves to be. Obviously we want to be the best of the best, right? We know it's gonna take time to get there, but we're going to be the best of the best. We want to be in the conversation of the soars and the dares and the phases. Like, you ever see those posts where they're like if you ever been in one of these teams and it's like obey, phase, dare. Like, I want SR to be up there, right? Like, I don't want to be in competition with the soars and the phases and the dares. No, I want to be right there with them. Like, I want to be able to make content where our players are bonding and we're happy. When we get on and we're making content, we're happy. We're not raging and breaking our keyboards and spazzing out. Like, we're enjoying it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's our vision, to be the best of the best, and a strong family, bro. Because this goes deeper than just a team. Like, we work on each other, like real life wise. Like, Penguin sometimes comes in and we help him with his homework.
Yeah.
School projects. Like, we are trying to build businessmen, leaders. I want a team full of leaders, bro.
Yeah, and I think you're headed that way too. I really do. What I see with Penguin, I see a great future. I see a great future in a lot of those guys. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and name them all, but you got a good roster over there. You got a good group. You got a good group. You got some great members over there at SR. Some great members.
For real.
Man, so how do I question this? So I've asked you where SR's headed. I've asked you the vision for it and all this stuff. A lot of people in the community I've seen be like, I don't want double rostering on my team.
Oh.
SR was always a little different. And I'm not sure I'm the one that did this. I could be wrong. I can't remember. But I was always like, we're looking at this all wrong as a community. Because for me, like, I'm in 40 now, so it's kind of crazy that I'm looking at it from this perspective now. But everybody knows Predator from being on Optic. But he started in M40. And I'm like, what if we have the next person in line that's going to look back? We're going to look back. That dude was in Severe. So what is your take on this double rostering problem that you see within the community? Or having a problem with double rostering?
Oh, so my take, I don't want to, I'll let the people decide, our viewers decide whether it's I think it's a problem, or like my take on it is more or less like, why would I want anyone double rostering, right? If I don't see you focus, right? Like, if I see that you're on this team, right? Like, for example, like, okay, Johnny wants to join SR, He's focused on M40, right? He's not slacking, right? I don't see you slacking. I see you grinding. I see you doing it comfortable, like comfy. You're comfy, right? Then cool. But people are just double rostering to get clout, to get followers, to get viewers. Yeah. Like I see a lot of these small teams coming up, and the only reason why they have the following is because 2 to 3 of their leads is in big teams.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
So the type of attention you're getting with the double rostering thing is not genuine to me. It's not genuine because people are only coming to you because they see a bridge.
So what you're saying is you would rather have someone with a smaller name and a less following that is more loyal than somebody with a big name, a bigger following, and can decide if he wants to go B Street today or A Street tomorrow. Okay, that makes sense.
Because you're here, right? Yeah, you see that team is better, possibly at the moment, or they're not better. It don't matter, right? But you see that team, and I want you to be fully committed here. I want you to be focused here because of the foundation that we have. It's a huge opportunity for you to build who you are first.
Right.
Build who you are first, then expand.
Yeah. See, that's I haven't told this story publicly, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this one rip. So the reason I left SR, and a lot of people already know this, is because I was grinding for North. Remember? I got put into a grinders chat for North. As soon as I found out, I instantly got in a Discord call with you and the cat and some of the other leads and was explaining to you. I'm like, look, I'm not leaving yet. I just need you to know that it's coming. I can't give you my full potential as a lead and try to do content for another team. I just can't do it. So I'm not the kind of guy that would ever double roster because I'm representing.
That's why we respected it so much.
I'm like, I don't really have a problem with people double rostering because at the bottom line, we're all trying to build our brand. So I get it. I do see the flaws in it though. But the reason I bring this up is because, and this is why I wanted to ask you that, is not many people know about that Discord call. Not many people know that I sat down. Actually, as a matter of fact, I clocked out of work and I had about an hour and a half conversation with you guys, explaining to you why I was doing what I was doing. I pretty much said, look, I'm going to stay here and help as long as I can. Just need to know that my future at SR is coming to an end. And then things obviously didn't work out with North, and I ended up joining M40. But so yeah, that was kind of the reason for me asking it, is because of that one video call.
Yeah, and that one video call will always forever be remembered because, for one, that was the day we lost you or knew that we were about to lose you. But it was more memorable because the integrity you have, right? Like you knew what the team was focused on and what we believed in.
Right.
When it came to the double rostering, right? And coming from a smaller team to grind for a bigger team, a lot of people keep that sneaky, they sneak it, and it's it doesn't show character. You came into the call like our brother and expressed what you were dealing with, and we all came to a positive solution.
Right. But
so to be honest
with you, I was only a free agent for maybe 18 hours. If I'm being completely honest with you, Slime, it was 18 hours because we had some stuff going.
The fucking crack calm ever, the most crack calm ever, bro. My bad, bro.
It was a crazy 18 hours. Simply because of I had torn feelings because SR was in one of those moments where shit was kind of hitting the fan, but I'd already made my way out. So I'm like, if I stay, I'm burning this bridge. If I go, I may not get this opportunity again. Yeah. And I'm like, I've already made my peace with the boys. So I'm like, they know I got their back. I'm like, so I was kind of at a crossroads, and it was, and my DMs
that must have been hard, bro.
It was hard because I'm gonna potentially lose people that I've started my career with, but I've got this opportunity that I never thought would fall in my lap. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So it was one of them things.
it shows growth. It shows how
And
much.
what made it even worse, is the fact that SR had hit this roadblock, and I was like, I can't help, dude. My hands are tied. I gotta go, you know? And it was a tough moment. But I will say this about everybody in SR when that day hit, and it wasn't the roadblock wasn't because I left. The roadblock was because of a lot of things. The roadblock was a lot of things that had built up over a short period of time and exploded at once. And
it was like a chemical reaction.
It was a chemical reaction that none of us could control.
Yeah.
And it just happened to happen. But I will say one thing about that entire thing. You lost some players and all of this, but one thing that's never left is the loyalty to SR. I see Say in y'all's Discord all the time. He's in what? He's in color now, right? Say's in color.
Yeah, and that's literally, bro. Like, I asked him, like, "Hey, bro, how you feeling today? Like, you know, how's the fam? Like,
yeah,
you know,
he just had a kid. Shout
job.
out my boy
like,
Say becoming a dad.
Yeah, you know, he's a new dad now, so like, you know, shout out to him. Like, you're doing a great job because with having a newborn, working, to find time to still grind with the boys.
Yep. And being in color, man. Color's not a scrub team. They know what they're doing over there,
and
dude.
you know, they see what I seen in him. So it's like I always push him to be the best him, you know, and he pushes me and SR to be the best us.
Yeah.
And you know, it's love, bro.
Well, I support y'all guys to the end. Y'all know that, dude. I've had people hit me up in my DMs. I'm not gonna mention names. I'm not gonna get into. I'm not all into that internet drama crap. I'm not that guy. But I will say this: I've had people hit me up. Why are you still supporting them boys? You left. Bottom line is, they still my boys.
Yo, you know what it is? Look, and I don't want to come off like egotistical. I don't want to come off like that, right? But a lot of people don't realize how much positions you get put in as a lead or owner of a team, right? Like, there's a lot of decisions that you have to make that you're not happy to make.
That's right.
There's a lot of things that have to be said that not everybody's comfortable saying, so you're the only one left to say it.
It comes down to, I always look at it, and I had a few moments when I was lead over there to really, well, I had to step up and say stuff that, and I'm not gonna say who, but he knows who I'm talking about. We butted heads, but bottom line is, get it out, get it over with, move on.
Yeah, and like,
it's better. It's better in the future too, because it doesn't have to sit there and fester, man. It doesn't have to fester. It doesn't have to fester. You don't have to make it worse the next day.
Nope.
Rip the Band-Aid off. Let's move on.
And you know, like only those that know how hard of a hit SR took, like, you know,
that day was huge, bro. That
waking up.
That was the hardest day I seen Severe. That was the hardest day Severe had since it started. Bro, like, we had some moments where we had people leave and they took people with them, but when that happened and you lost half your roster,
bro, we went from 31 members to literally 5 members.
I didn't know about that. I knew it was crazy, but
in the span of 2 days,
man, it's crazy. Y'all lost some banger guys too, man, and I'm excluding myself from that. Y'all lost some banger guys. Really,
it gave. Yo, bro, like, where I came from, like, in life, it kind of like showed me, like, no matter where you're looking, you're gonna learn the same lessons. It's just gonna be different ways, right? The biggest lesson I learned is not everybody understands your vision.
That's true.
This is why SR fell. This is why SR rise. They fell. This is why I fell. I rise. This is why we have haters, and this is why we have supporters.
Look, bro, I'm just gonna clear this up for everybody out there. When the Phoenix rises from the ashes, is beautiful, and y'all have rose, dude. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, Slime, dude. I joined M40 the very next day. When I joined M40, I was in y'all's Discord. You were still. I don't remember what you were doing, but you weren't in the Cord. But I think it was me, Durag, and some other guys in there. I'm like, look, I'm in M40, but y'all boys need some help getting back. I'm here. Period. I'm here. I mean, I can't change rosters anymore at this point, but I got your back. I can do stuff behind the scenes here.
That's what helped. like guys like you and like our former members like Lizzie saying I'm like Z, like a lot of people that went elsewhere, whatever, like they kept supporting us. Like that's why we still had that little bit of air to breathe.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. The next day when I woke up and because I was up with the boys all night looking at that stuff happen, and it was heartbreaking. For one, because we couldn't get in touch with you. We don't have to get into details why, but we couldn't get into touch with you. It was rough, and it was sad to see because I just saw people going like this. It was literally like somebody was just taking keys off a keyboard, bro, just one after another, and it was heartbreaking. And then eventually, I'm like, dude, I've got to make a decision. People are making. I mean, I'm under pressure from people and all this other stuff, and I made the decision. And I immediately got back in Discord the next morning, and I was like, I'm still here. Like, I'm no longer SR, but I'm still here. I'm still here to help.
Man, it's been a hell of a fucking journey, bro. Like,
but look where y'all at now, bro. Look at, I mean, that preview y'all dropped today, bro. Fire.
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to Zillas, man. Yo,
fire, bro. SR with somebody and Derek like that collab, bro. That's fucking. Don't get much better.
And the crazy part is, like, people are gonna say, like, oh, they were friends, like, oh, like, I'm not gonna discredit Zillas. Like, no, we weren't friends. Like, we never spoke like that before. Like, before he joined Dare, on my personal page, I would support him. He would support me and SR, like, as we grew. But, like, we weren't like, hey, bro, every day. Like, no, like, we just like each other's stuff, comment, keep it pushing.
Right.
And yo, bro, one day I'm like, I want to do something, and I want to take a risk, right? And the risk is hurting my ego, right? I'm gonna put myself to the test, and I'm gonna throw my ego on the line, and I'm gonna reach out to some of these players, whether they're super known or not, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna reach out and offer to do a project, man.
That's all you can. That's all you can do.
The most they can say is no, bro.
That's it.
But like,
that's it.
Like, my ego would have been hurt, which it has been because a lot of people said no. Right.
But it only takes that one person.
Nobody heard the vision yet.
It only takes that one person, Tom.
And once I have like fed, like when he actually gave me the time to speak my vision, bro, he told me straight up, bro, that's fucking genius.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. You can sell anybody anything. I'm dead. Man, you can sell oil to an oil company, bro. New York in me, bro. You can sell oil to an oil company, dude. For real. Dang, dude, we're already at the 40-minute mark, so I gotta wrap things up pretty quick. But I do have one more question for you.
Absolutely.
And this is kind of a little bit out of your realm because you're more of a trick shotter. But we've all seen the changes in the sniping community here lately. Big changes. We've got Fran leaving Obey, going and joining Soar. We got my boy Rdog.
Support him, by the way. That was a great move, Fran.
It was a great move. And then you got my boy Rdog, one of the OGs, one of the greatest snipers in the game right now. He's now lead. And you look at his vision over the past month of him being lead, and it's a completely different vibe in Obey.
And not only that, but Rdog's perfect person for that. Watching him throughout the years, like, I feel like that's the perfect spot for him. So, that's a W on both ends. Like, both sides. Like, great fucking.
I agree.
And hopefully it stays pure, and you guys win, bro. Like, that's the goal at the end of the day. Is
those are both legends, bro. And I know you're not much of a feeder. You can, and I've seen you do it, but you're not much of a feeder. You like to hit them bills. But everybody knows that the feeding side of the community right now is kind of what's kept things intact, which is
it will never go away.
Which is leading up to the final question of the segment. So we got BO6 coming out, and I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. This game looks legit for feeding. It looks legit for feeding, bro. The movement's gonna be insane. The maps look good. The only thing that I'm not too sure of for the sniping community is the trick shotting. We've seen a couple maps where it has the potential. But, and Severe is known for their billers. So what is y'all's plan going forward if BO6 don't treat the trick shotters love?
All right, so look, right? We're gonna keep it like this. Because SR doesn't toolbox.
Yeah.
Look, we don't
That's
do
what
that.
I'm talking about right there.
We don't do that. Never did it. Never will do it. Yeah, we had some toolboxers that's on our team, but they don't toolbox them. They used to. They came here. They don't toolbox them. But that's not
If you
for
don't want
But
Slime's word for it, take my word for it, because I know that shit's for a fact.
Yeah.
We lost you. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys, but shit happens.
We're back.
So no toolboxing. I love it.
Yeah, so like we don't toolbox. So basically, like let's say Trickshotting goes to shit, right? Like it goes to shit. We still have our trick shotters that like to trick shot that, like Penguin, for example. Like he can go in a pub any day and smack a bill, right? But let's say trick shotting goes to shit, he can always go to private match and get creative, right? And now we can start shifting trick shotting into the content, right? Now we can start creating our private match episodes like Penguin did recently. Right. We got private match episodes. We're gonna try to keep it alive some way, somehow, right? Without going against what we believe in. So regardless whether trick shotting goes to shit or not, just know that we will still have billers, and SR is working on so much more for BO6, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, dude, Slime, I better see. Hey, I'm speaking for the boys at M40 when I say this too. All right, when I say this, I want to see it. I want to see some BO6 beta tages, bro.
Bro. When I tell you that we're recruiting, like, bro, we've been quiet with like player wise, but like we've been our posts are getting active, but like the news wise with what's going on with the team, like it's been real quiet because we have demons, bro. We have demons. We have people that like, bro, BO6 is gonna be ours. Mark my words.
I think it's going to be a great year for the community in whole. I really do think it's going to be a year that SR is going to elevate themselves.
Yes, bro. Like,
I really feel
and
that.
hopefully everybody is well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just super like ecstatic. My boys are ready. Like, we're coming for Black Ops 6.
I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. I'm definitely gonna catch some games with you boys over there.
Absolutely.
I just, once that beta drops, I'm gonna be extremely busy. I'm gonna be extremely busy for a minute because I'm working on some big stuff for my personal stuff as well as M40. So, but y'all know I got y'all's boys. Y'all know, y'all my boys.
And it's likewise. It's always likewise. Me and the Rebels right here.
Oh yeah.
We support you and your boys
all
day.
Rebels rise, baby.
Yeah.
I remember when me and Trey came up with that for the feeders. It was awesome.
And we kept it.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. It's great. I love to see it. The rise of the Rebels. Yeah. It's gonna be good. So to wrap things up, this is a podcast where we help people that need to grow, and we try to help them get a following, and we try to get eyes on you. And this isn't for me. People one day are gonna look back at this and say Johnny did this for Johnny. I'm telling you right now, dude. I could care less about fame. I could care less about all of that. Now, granted, do I want to do this for a full-time living? Absolutely. This is a passion. But I'm doing this because I thoroughly enjoy making content, for one, and for two, I love helping people. Because there's one thing that someone told me, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to see if you remember. They told me, Johnny, you're better at growing people than you are growing yourself. Do you remember who said that?
I remember it being spoken about. I remember the conversation.
It was you, bro.
And I remember where I realized that sometimes you put others before yourself.
I've always been that guy. I care less about me, bro. I'm out here doing me. I'm having fun. Like, I'm just having fun with everything I do. Content's fun for me. So I'm not clout chasing nothing. I'm here to help people grow, period. That's why I've got the underrated series where I react to videos, and that's why I've got this underrated podcast, and I've got big plans for all of it. But to close things out, give the community one piece of advice to help the community sustain or grow from where it's at.
Okay, so one piece of advice I'm gonna give the community is don't look at the picture, right? Look at the meaning of the picture. Like don't just view the picture. Like digest it. Realize what's going on 24/7, whether it's your real life, whether it's in the community, whether it's gaming, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Always look at the message behind what you see. That's what counts, bro.
I vibe with that. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Slime, it was a pleasure having you here. The story of Johnny is not complete. It doesn't even start without Slime. So appreciate you. Appreciate the boys at Severe.
I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate the stepping stone, as you will. I'm looking forward to the future of SR. Make sure you send me all the links in a DM so I can make sure to link them with this podcast. And I'm going to text you the day of upload.
Absolutely.
So this is going to be great, man. So yeah, remember, guys.
I'm excited.
Hey, I'm excited too, bro. And
I'm excited.
I hate to even end this podcast. All
For real.
things must come to an end.
All right, I'll be back soon, man.
We'll have you back on. We'll have you back on. You know that. There's a lot more stuff we can divulge that we didn't get to.
Absolutely.
That we will divulge.
Absolutely.
And I've got some big plans for this podcast, and Severe Rebellion will always have a place on this podcast. So
that's love, brother.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode 2 of the Underrated Podcast. And
yes, sir.
Remember, if God can love me, if God can love me, I know He can love you. Peace.